Good morning from a rainy Colombes. It's actually nice because we're going to show you a little bit what we are working on and what's happening. So as you can see, 1 week ago they were planted. They are already growing. See the light tips, and it's really, really nice. And we can see how all those lovely weeds are coming through. That will only be another couple of days before we then put the weed barrier on, which is from the garden supply store. So they use these in plant nurseries. And they let water through, but no weeds up. And we use them in our vegetable garden, and fantastic. Anyways, that's the first thing. So we did receive a delivery, and we are going to unpack this later. And that is really exciting because that's kind of the secret project here. And then we have Martin and Margaret here. They are patrons of ours and good friends. And Martin is going to take down some trees and such. And Margaret has said she would help with some project. And this is one that's kind of important because we have this huge buffet, which doesn't show up well, of course, in the light. It is ginormous, and it's going to go into the north wing of the chateau, hopefully this afternoon. And it was a gift, and it has really nice carvings in it. The truth is, in France right now, you can go to an Emmaüs or a big brocante. Even though they're solid oak, they will sell for somewhere between 50 and 70 euros. That's all. Pay more if you're cold. You could just use this as firewood, because firewood would be more expensive than taking this apart. Of course, we're not going to do this because we are going to use this as the storage for jams, confitures, which is kind of the same thing, and chutneys. And so we can store them away and they don't clutter up our kitchen anymore. So I'm really looking forward to having that, since now we have the door. This is the room where it's going to go. And we have the old original buffet, where it's it's a Napoleon First kitchen buffet. It will also go in there, and we'll have some wine storage. I mean, how fantastic is that? And see if we can get this over there tonight, this afternoon. So we just got a delivery, 5 lovely, lovely boxes. Little Greene, and Just to be clear about this, they do not pay us anything. We love their paint. It's the best quality paint I have ever worked with on 3 continents in 4 different countries. It is phenomenal paint. And they had also the colors that we wanted. So, shall we just show this quickly a little?
Yeah, easier to show those than to open up a can of paint, I think.
So, these are 2 different grays. It might not look like grays, this one, but it is actually gray. And that is going to be the upper wall color. And then we have this darker gray that's going to be the paneling. But the paneling is going to be 2 different colors. And the beam and the crown molding or coving are going to be painted in the darker gray. And we are pairing this with a Marie Antoinette pink. So it's a very, very pale watercolorish pink. And there is something here in the Chateau that links us to Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, because in our archives we have a wedding contract, and we will show that, that is signed or was signed by King Louis XVI and by Marie Antoinette. So the Marquis and Marquise who married in Versailles with the consent of the King and the Queen, that we have here the original signature of the Queen Marie Antoinette. So there we go. And now let's open a couple of boxes because I'm really curious. Well, when it rains, it pours, so we got another delivery. And this is really exciting as well. Because that's the secret project we have, and only a handful of people know that we have ordered this. And if this looks familiar, this box, you might have seen it at Escape to the Dream. Terry and Ash had ordered from this company. That's how we knew about this company, and these are moldings that are going in the bed and breakfast room, in the big bedroom, keeping with the period, 17th, 18th century. These are high Baroque, and in our case, they're going on the walls. So now let's have a look. Well, good morning from Colombia, and I just wanted to thank Nancy. This is an incredibly thoughtful and really useful gift that she sent us. And if I can open this, I will. Doesn't want to. These are tailor shears. And with all the sewing that's coming up, and it's going to be a lot of sewing. It's 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 panels at 10 feet. So these are handmade. They're incredibly sharp. And thank you so much, Nancy, because I will, every time I use them, I'll think about you. So fantastic. Thank you. Well, hello and welcome. We are here in Brion. It's a very cute little town and it's very cold. We had frost overnight. They're Martin and Margaret. They're our patrons and here too. They already helped us tremendously. So we are going to see if we can find something, and we are going to meet Tony and Jane, and then we're going to a luncheon, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to film a little of that too. Let's go. Well, that was quite successful. We had a glass of wine, a beautiful band. Well, an enthusiastic band.
Yes.
And now we'll go for lunch. Let's go.
Let's go.
So here we are. Thank you again, Martin and Margaret. So Margaret did all of these. They look really great. I know some people might look at this and go, that's quite pink. Yes, it is. And it's on purpose. I promise you it will look fantastic, but you have to give it a little while longer because the room needs to be at the point that we can install them. And quite honestly, we can't wait to get this done. So now, thank you, Martin. First of all, he cut the fig tree down without the chainsaw, just with a manual saw. Absolutely fantastic. That fig tree, as some people have said, hi Donna, that is possessed. I mean, it just shaded everything, and it was keeping the buildings, the walls there, with high humidity, and that's not healthy for walls. So that needed to be, dealt with. He also did cut back the remainder of, uncovered the wall of the original potager. So where our vegetable garden is, it's a beautiful wall. I can't see us anytime soon restoring that because it's a lot of work, as we now know. But he did that, and he cut back the brambles, which grow in a year about 4 to 5 meters. That's about 15 feet. Cut that all back, and so this year we will deal with it, get this covered so that they will not be able to grow back because they are so destructive. So thank you so much for all your help. So on that note, if you like this episode, please subscribe and recommend us to your friends and families, and click the notification button so you know what's going on here. And happy weekend. See you next time. Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.